Hello everyone and welcome back to our weekly market update. So thanks for joining our weekly webinar and to start trading with OneRoyal Broker. A quick disclaimer, as always, we have this small text here. The information provided in this webinar is for educational purposes only. So please do not take them as a financial advice. Do your own research before start trading. These are the assets that we will cover today. In Forex, we have Euro, USD, USD, JPY, Pound, and Aussie. We will cover the gold and metals. In oil, we'll talk about UK, Brent oil, indices, US 500, and finally, we will end the session with BTC USD. Let's go to the MT4 to start our analysis. We have the pound. As you know now, we always use daily and 4-hour time frame. Daily for the bigger picture. I should always repeat this so you will not forget it. So on the daily time frame, we have the market moving to the downside, clearly bearish, bearish, bearish. Lower highs, lower lows. Okay, and you can see big bearish bars. The market succeeded to break this previous low. Here, we have a big bearish bar below this previous low, which is 21.55. Let me zoom in. It closed below it, which is a good sign for the sellers, and continue its move to the downside. We have a small correction to it, and then we have a bearish engulfing pattern. This bearish bar engulfed the bullish or the previous bullish bar. The body of the bearish is bigger than the bullish one. This is why it is called as bearish engulfing pattern, and it dropped all the way down until it reached a bottom, which is 1.2012. Here the market, I think it will face some rejection from the buyer. So we might see a small correction. That doesn't mean you should buy. I will stay bearish because there is no sign that the market will move to the upside till now. Okay, even if I go on the 1-hour time frame, there is no bullish bars that they are forming a pattern that we know that might reverse the GBP USD. For now, it is still bearish, and when the bigger picture or the higher time frame is moving to the downside or showing downtrend, you should consider just short position. This is when you start trading as a beginner. When you have some experience, then you will start to trade counter trade ideas. But for now, it's better consider a sell position in a bearish market. So if I need to trade this, I will wait a daily bar closing below it, which is this one, the current one. If it closes below it, then I will consider a sell position. If the current daily bar, which is this, close below the 120.12, and I see a relevant price action below this 120, which we cannot see it now because it is not formed, but when we see it after breaking it, if it is relevant, then most probably the market will move all the way down until 1.16. This will not happen in few days or few hours. It might take 1 week. Okay, there is no here key levels, so it might drop quickly to the downside. Talking about USD JPY. USD JPY was in a clear upward movement. Higher highs, higher lows, nothing is stopping USD JPY on daily time frame and even on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so the market is moving to the upside, and it reached the previous swing high in 2002, January 1, 2002. So if I go like this, you can see that the market reached this area, which is 135.20, and this is recorded in 2002, January 1, 2002. It's a big move for USD/JPY. What's next? We need to see how the market will react around this area. So I will go on this 4-hour time frame. The market is moving into a consolidation now. Next move will be the 35.20. It's trying to move to the upside to test this area. Okay, we have higher lows, which is a good indication that will go up. After this move, I need to see a daily bar above it. Then we might see a break of the previous high of 2002, and then the market will continue its move to the upside. So since we are in uptrend, it's better to consider a long position because the odds are in our favor. USD CAD, similarly to the USD/JPY, both of them, they have the USD as a base currency, so they move similarly, kind of. For the USD CAD, the market managed to break this trend line here, moves to the upside, broke the 27.16 or 27.18 with a big bullish bar above it, continued its move to the upside, and now it is above the 28.95. I'm bullish as well on the USD CAD, especially if this bar closes above this area, which is 28.95. Going here, you can see that the market is still bullish. We have a slight correction, no big bearish bar, so the move to the upside is still healthy. We might see a correction until this area, and then the market might shoot up all the way up until the 30.46. So I'm bullish, and most probably the market will continue its move to the upside to reach area with this area, which is 30.46. Euro USD, Euro USD, Euro USD, as I showed you on this, as I am seeing on this screenshot, we have a trend line that was breached to the upside. The market tried to reverse and move to the upside. However, it faced a strong resistance around the 0.755. 0.755, 56, it's almost the same. Okay, we have a strong resistance. The market posted a bearish engulfing pattern here. This is a bearish engulfing pattern, another one here, and then it dropped aggressively, and it closed below the 0.482. Okay, so the market is so bearish. You can see this is a key level here made by these bottoms. The market closed below it. On the lower time frame, we have a small correction, kind of a flag, if you would like, and then also we have a bearish engulfing here, kind of a dodgy indecision. This bar moved to the downside, and most probably the market will continue its move to the downside until it reaches the 0.353. Let me see it back. Until we see the market reaching 0.353. Australian USD. The Australian USD is acting similarly to the pound and the Euro USD because the three of them, they have the USD as a quote currency. We have a breakout of this trend line here. We have a breakout of the this trend line. We call it as BOS, break of the structure. The market moves to the downside. Something that we should notice is how the impulsive waves are getting smaller. So this is the first impulsive wave, and this is the second one. Okay, we can see that they are getting smaller, and this is a good indication that the sellers are taking over the buyers. Okay, we can see that the market could not move much to the upside, so the sellers are coming back to the market, and this is what happened. We have a move to the downside, kind of inverse head and shoulders even here. Then the market moves to the downside, closed below this low here, which is a significant one, with this bearish bar. a correction, and then most probably it will continue its move all the way down until 68.51. If I go on the 1 hour, we can see that we have a small correction. There was an attempt of a move to the upside. However, till now, we still bearish. And if this low is broken here, then the market will reach 68.53, most probably. The gold. Gold on the higher time frame starting, we have a reversal, move to the upside. The market is moving into a sideways here, okay? This sideways market is made of the 1826 and the 1873 as a support and resistance. So the market tried to reverse, but it failed, enter into a consolidation. We have a bearish engulfing bar, a huge one. You can see the bearish bar that engulfed the bullish bar. If we look at the bodies, closed below the previous support level, which is now acting as a resistance line, 1827. Most probably this will continue its move to the downside. We have another engulfing bearish pattern here, another indication that the sellers are still in control, although this was a red flag for buyers because it's in a hammer and usually this reverses the market, but we have the bearish engulfing pattern that offset this potential move to the upside, and the market most probably will continue its move until 1786 to the downside. We have a high sell pressure. UK Brent oil, UK Brent oil here is in a clear upward movement. Higher lows, higher highs, higher highs. Okay, and it's respecting this uptrend, or yeah, uptrend. So most probably the market will continue to the upside if it breaks this swing high here. Okay, so this might be an obstacle for the UK Brent oil if it needs to go to the upside. If this was or couldn't be breached to the upside, we can end up with a double top. And you know, double top indicates a reversal. So if we have double top, a breach of this upper trend or this trend line here, and the move below the neckline of the projected double top, most probably the market will reverse. But for now, it is bullish, and we need to see the bullish bar, the current one, closing above it. Then it will move all the way up until 128.46. US 500. US 500 is moving to the downside. The US stock market is in a bloodbath. Lower highs, lower lows. The market tried to reverse here but failed. Find sellers around the 41.84. The market closed with a big bearish bar below the 3,869, and most probably this will continue all the way down until 3,592. So if I go here on the lower time frame, this is a small correction, a brief one. Nothing special, nothing worrying that the buyers will take control over the market. So for me, I'm still bearish, and the market most probably will continue its move to the downside until 3,594, because there is this key level here, which is a significant one. So this is a mirror level that was acting as a resistance, and now it is acting as a support. So here it was acting as a resistance, and this is acting, and here it is acting as a support level. This is why we call it as a mirror level. Most probably it will move to the downside. BTC USD. BTC USD also, it doesn't look good in terms of that the market is run by the sellers. So we have impulse correction, and then we have a move below this 29,000 level. here the market was sitting around this area. It was trying to move to the upside, and everyone was speculating that most probably the market will reverse to the and move to the upside. However, we have a big bearish bar closing below this consolidation phase, so the market looks bearish, and I guess it will go down furthermore to reach the previous swing high around here, which is 18,000. It is a slight, it is not that relevant, this key level here, but if we're talking about short-term analysis, it could reach this in few days, the 18,000, if everything looks bearish, you know. So if everything looks similar to what we are seeing now, because sometimes one bar can change the direction of a bar. This is why it is so important to monitor your trades and do not be stubborn about them. You should be adaptive about how you monitor your trades. So 18,000, it is reachable if the market stay bearish, and for a long-term analysis, I can say that the market will reach the 12,000 in the coming weeks. Why? Because we have an ABCD pattern. So if we consider this impulsive wave ABC as AB, so first impulsive wave correction AB, and what I will do is I will use the length of the AB impulsive wave and drag it for the CD wave, and this will coincide with this key level, which is around 12,000. I use the previous high here. So we have area of confluence made of the CD impulsive wave that is equal to the AB impulsive wave, and this most probably will lead to a move all the way down until 12,309 level. So this is it, guys, for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any question or desired asset that you would like me to analyze, please drop it in the live chat. Okay, this is it for today, guys. Thanks for attending the weekly update, and see you on Thursday for the educational session. Have a lovely day.